Why you ain't got the laptop open?
Cause the little program messing up, so we're going straight raw today. You feel me? Straight from the camera, from the sound microphone to the camera. Okay?
Oh,
Raw.
okay.
Like that.
That's enough of that raw talk, bro.
Raw.
That's enough.
Yes, sir.
I ain't never walked off my own show. I will today. I will today.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing out there? Welcome back into the Soundproof Hunger Room. It's your boy Colin Parshawn. Here with a little paint with a little seasoning with some reasoning. Before we get into this show, I need to ask y'all for a favor. When you watch this show, don't hit the like button and all that, but also hit the share button. If you don't share it on your social media or whatever, send it to somebody you know that would enjoy it. That would help us out a lot. Just do that, it'll create the link for you and just send it on to somebody. But do us that little favor, hit the like button and share it. What you got, AT? I'm finished. Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
I'm here, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, y'all.
You're gonna be extra today. You're gonna be extra.
I might be McDonald's hash browns.
I don't know what that means.
Halfway in my bag.
This guy.
Let's get
Here
it going.
we go. Oh man.
You can use that one on the slide too. You can use it.
I'm never gonna use that.
You a hater.
Not gonna use
You
that.
a hater. Let's go.
Anyway, let's get into this guy. Then we gonna jump right into the news, man. Wow, that's a great way to start it. Anyway, if you didn't know, Juneteenth was just this past Thursday, and it's now a national holiday. I think the last 2 years they put it in.
Yeah, we in
I
there.
think that 2 years. Yeah. So Atlanta has done a great job with
They've come a long
way.
Long way.
All type of parades and celebrations and things out there that was happening around.
Yes, sir. I'm proud
in
of
Atlanta.
giving up for Atlanta. Every year, y'all done impressed me since y'all really woke up.
Yeah. So
I said what I said.
it's and I'm not gonna address it. This is gonna be a good show. But nationwide though, it's still problems with. I'm just gonna say white folks not accepting for what it is. You have people complaining, "Oh, we got too many holidays now. What is this holiday for? This and that," and you don't hear that for the other stuff. And then your president came out and put some on his social media saying that it's too many unpaid holidays. He said this on Juneteenth, and that we're losing billions of dollars because of all these unpaid holidays on Juneteenth. This is when he said it. There's so many things I could say about it, but the only thing I'm gonna say about it right now is finally and that to me is not even a big step for us, but it is a step in itself. And even in that, they find a way to make us inferior, and it bothers me. What you got, bro?
I'm using your bag a little bit. I was trying to give you a little beat.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I ain't looking for acceptance no more. I stopped looking for acceptance a long time ago. We gonna celebrate the way we celebrate. We gonna do what we need to do. Whoever ain't with it, ain't with it. Whoever with it, with it. That's why they make us feel about everything else. So if you're looking for acceptance, then you're in the wrong place. You shouldn't look for acceptance. You should do what you do. What happens when people do what they do and people like it, they come to it. When you're looking for acceptance, you might compromise yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? I always look at acceptance like Jay-Z and Nas. You know what I'm saying? Some people, well, I ain't gonna say some people, I'm talking about me. Nas is a better artist to me. You know what I'm saying? But he's never gonna get the acceptance because he's not safe. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z was accepted, open arms, because he was a safe rapper. He didn't talk about nothing that really they didn't want us to talk about or things like that. When Nas touched on things that woke you up, made you read books, made you think a little bit. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at acceptance. As far as that president thing, man, I mean, we got other things going on. Besides, I hate to say it, but
Way
we
too
dropping
many
bombs on
things.
people out here. You know what I'm saying? Matter of
Way
fact,
too many things.
they dropping bombs on people.
Yeah,
Because I ain't dropped no
it's
bombs
like
on
we,
nobody.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
Not we.
But I hope all the troops, man, heads down, man. I want all the troops that go to come back home,
Yes,
like
indeed.
for real. Because
For real.
wartime is, you know, we joke a little bit, but you got to understand, somebody family member has to go, even if they didn't want to go. They signed up for it for other reasons, but when it's real, it's real.
Yep.
So shout out to all soldiers and shout out to their families too, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Moving on. Timberland, the super producer Timberland, partnered up with an AI company, started a record label, and signed an AI artist. Then he went on live to get people's feedback, and they ate his ass up. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. My opinion about it is, number one, I already don't like AI. A lot of the AI stuff, I don't like it. Me reading comic books and looking at sci-fi movies, it's gonna be man against machine at some point. Y'all keep messing with this AI stuff. But for him, in that industry, all the things they were saying, you have artists out here that are trying to make it, that are trying to make this stuff happen.
We do.
You're a historic, well-established
Yeah,
producer.
he is.
So instead of trying to put up, because once you do the AI stuff, everything is in your pocket. You and this AI company.
Absolutely.
So you're not helping anybody. You're not having any kind of creativity outside of what you program. And you don't have to pay no engineers. You ain't got to pay no artists. You ain't got to pay no studio time. It's all in your pocket. And somebody gonna pick it up, like these companies, commercials, and things like that. Where somebody could be feeding other families, could be creating jobs with this type of stuff. And so that's what they was giving to them, and I'm with them. They was giving them business on that. So what's your thoughts on it?
Okay, I'm gonna be both sides of this. I understand perfectly what you're saying. I understand that it does take away jobs. It does. AI is something that's here to stay, though. Let's not forget that. Him finding a way in, I'm not mad at that, because at least with the content that he puts out, if he does it right, it's content to be something that we might want to dive into. With that, the other side of it is we had a point in time where some jobs gonna get lost to computers. We gotta admit that. We gotta accept it. We gotta move around it because it's not going nowhere. Technology was leading the way now. You know what I'm saying? These hands that me and you got, these legs and stuff, they wear out. You know what I'm saying? When technology wear out, they give it an upgrade. It's brand new all over again. So you have to expect things like this to happen. I just look at it as he got there first. You know what I'm saying? Am I mad at what I don't know as far as people losing jobs? No, I can't be, because nobody promised you them jobs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many starving actors out here, you know, or struggling artists that can't get on.
Mm-hmm.
It's for a reason, but AI might not be their problem. They might have had a content problem. It just might not have been their thing. Like, I ain't always mad when technology wins. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first to say that.
Okay.
In this situation, I mean, if we can be mad at Timberland for finding a way to make a couple dollars or a tremendous amount of money, we was never mad at Mark Zuckerberg when he created Facebook. Nobody ever was like, he shouldn't get to do this on his own or none of that. Did nobody ever say that?
He stole it from somebody.
What points? And you can, okay.
Yeah.
But even the person he stole it from ain't even saying that no more. You know what I'm saying? So we can't pick and choose when we want to be mad at somebody that's finding the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at that. Like everybody was all in the uproar of Target. Yeah, we ain't gonna use Target. We ain't gonna do that. But Facebook was on the board for all that DEI stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How many people walked away from that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's he found a way in. Just like with the Versus thing, he found a way. You know what I'm saying? To make a couple of dollars while the world was shut down. He found a way. It's just another example of a man using his mind for what it is. He tapped into his third eye. You know what I'm saying? Like he using more of his brain than a lot of us are. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? In they field.
I don't like it.
This was the problem I have when we talk about it in they field. We can sit here and critique younger rappers all day. Let's just use rap for instance.
Right.
They trash this and all that. Whoop de whoop. Mm-hmm. What if he came with something that was actually worth listening to? It was just AI. Would you not listen to it because it's AI?
I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I know I don't like AI. I'm one of them that's going to stand on
But you an anime guy.
Right.
That's a cartoon. That ain't real either.
They're created by real people. It ain't no computer coming up with that stuff. These stories are drawn and written by people. The ideas that come from are from people. It's not a computer you just push something into and it kicks something out. That's part of the problem I have with it is because now, remember when they were saying Drake had a song that was AI? He was like, I ain't do that song. So now when you can do that and you create all these things, they have videos of Will Smith and all that.
You know what I'm saying? I get that with you stealing people's image. Okay, I agree with you 100% on that.
Okay.
If you stealing people's likeness and all that to create something, okay, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But if it's technically original, what's the problem?
I'm just not going to buy into it. I just can't buy into it. That's just me.
Okay.
That's the best way. I just see the stuff, and then I look at. I don't know if y'all ever watched Black Mirror on Netflix. How they kind of intertwine the scientific and technology, and
absolutely.
Some of that stuff is scary, but I can see it. It's happening.
It's gonna happen. We might not be here for a lot of things, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So for me, it's scary. I just be the old man. Just I got it.
Like Terminator, man. Let the best robot or human win.
Right.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna stand out the way.
I mean, this should get the juices running on a lot of people that's in that field to be like, yo, and let me get my stuff together so I can compete at least. You know what I'm saying? Because if all these years, man, we've been subject to just listen to or watch whatever people put out because it ain't never been nothing to challenge them besides each other, the human element. Mm-hmm. Now you going up man versus machine. We've been doing all that for a long time in life. It's time. It's finally here. Man versus machine. You know, I think because I be thinking I'm Android like sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking I'm kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Think that to that iron hit your chest.
I'm just saying that. But that's the only wake up call like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so, I mean, man, competition is there. You know what I'm saying?
And I see the industry is moving in that way. You see the commercials about getting and learning the AI. I get it. I know that's where it's going.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still need.
I mean, we need jobs. we need jobs, bro. Like, let's just pull a call of what it is.
I get it.
If you ain't got a skill, you might want to get one because eventually being cute ain't gonna get it.
Nah, and that's what we're finna talk about next.
Being cute. I can go home.
It's gonna play on that.
Nah. So let's go there.
Okay. So this is one thing I noticed, man. I was just scrolling one day, and this dude flashing his money, his cars and stuff and this and that. Then I see the next video, you know, the little prank videos where the chick walk by, a guy try to holler at her, and she brush him off, and then he go hop in a nice little luxury car. And a lot of them be staged or whatever. And I thought to myself,
how you know they be staged?
Man, that jump be them things be staged,
how
man.
How you know?
Come on, man. Have you?
I'm just asking you a question, bro, because you said it was so much. I mean, you got 10 toes and concrete in your hand. The way you said.
Oh yeah, for real. A lot of it be staged.
Go ahead, bro.
So I was thinking, like, man, the guys that be out there flexing with their cars and their money and the possessions and this and that, but then they be mad when the women come at them, and they like, I'm trying to see what this money like, and then the women on the other side when they sexualizing themselves and, you know, showing the videos and this and that. But then when somebody hit the inbox What's up with them cheeks? We got a problem. And I say a lot of times now with the dating, if you giving off a certain thing, don't be mad when the people come to you and they asking what you giving off. And it bothers me that people think that's okay, but then they mad when you get back what you're asking for.
See, I'm a person that believe that no matter what you do, I still got to control me. Mm-hmm. I can't become unhinged because you might be out of pocket. I'm really working on that. Just because a woman can walk by us right now, she could be totally naked, right? Mm-hmm. And you could be like, damn, let me get them cheeks. And she might be offended. I might be like, damn, you look very good. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just give me something to fantasize about. She might hit my DM later.
Right.
Just it's all about the interaction and things, how you say them. Mm. So, I mean, it's the man that's under control will always win. I just believe that. You know, when
I agree with you.
When we step outside ourselves and try to be something we ain't, we get mad at the result because, first of all, we stepping outside ourselves. Mm-hmm. So now you done created this image of yourself that you got to uphold, but then you mad at what the image is, what that lifestyle is like.
Exactly.
So you can't have it both ways. You can't be a plumber. I ain't on plumbers. Respect to y'all. Y'all make a lot of bread and y'all keep our pipes clean. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But and then you go get dressed like you know what I'm saying? You want to be looked at as you a celebrity, and then when you tell her you a plumber, well, you don't even tell her you're a plumber. You just say, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I do my thing."
Yeah.
Well, that entrepreneur do your thing based on how you dress might make something else. But then when you get mad when she say you a plumber,
right?
Like I'd look at it like she crazy. Like you might probably make more money than she do. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game we all play.
So the perception of it.
Absolutely. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like I was having a conversation with my brother, Hashim, when he was cutting my hair. About appearance and how appearance can bring it can bring the worst out of people. You know what I'm saying? You can get the worst out of people because of your appearance. And like my message was to him was like, I shouldn't have to change who I am because of what you're doing. I should still be able to be who I am no matter what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And so I don't let brothers off the hook with the, oh man, this was she presented, so I approached her like this. No, you approached her how you wanted to approach her, because you got to be who you are.
So let me ask you this though: that same naked chick that walked by,
what color? Let's put a color to her.
She your complexion.
No, let's make it a little lighter. First of all, I don't even like you using me.
I'm just saying, I like dark skin.
Well, I'm not a woman though. You could at least say she was a little, caramel complected or something. You ain't had to say.
Well, you asked me. I was saying what I wanted to say.
Go ahead,
because I mean, if you want to,
let's move on.
All right. So if she walked by, right, and like you said, somebody else approached her in a nasty way. If she had on a dress, a sundress, let's just say a sundress.
They might say the same thing.
Sundress. You think they go at it the same way that they did?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One thing about men, all we see is what we like, no matter how we see it. You can have on some great big jogger pants. If we can see the shape of that bubble, that bubble is what got us over there. Not them jogger pants.
Even in the business suit, if it was
absolutely
same thing.
You know what? Only thing about a business suit, we cautious because we already think she got her stuff together.
There you go.
But that's another thing. The woman walking around half naked could still have her stuff together.
Of course.
So we can't automatically say, "Oh man, she walking around half naked." That lady might be a lawyer on Monday. She just on her wind down time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so this is how she want to dress.
Yeah.
You always got to remain got to stay chiseled on who you are at all time.
I got you.
You know, because you might come at the lawyer on some real. I know brothers might approach a lawyer like, "Yeah, I see you got your own bread, all this, but F that.
Right.
What's up on me and yo?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like it just. You got to always remain who you is. Your game shouldn't change based on what quarter you in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on that. Like I said, we think alike. So we're going to always move in the same instance no matter what the situation. So, but I just see a lot of people move like that, you know.
I just hate the fact that we at a part of life where appearance makes the judgment before you even have a conversation with the person.
But that's
Like-
always been.
Like, I ain't gonna say that because I remember a day and time where a brother looking like he got an actual job got more attention than the brother. He was looked at soft if he had a business suit on. Oh man, you ain't got no. He was soft because he had a business suit on. But the construction worker got more play because he got dirty. I remember that time. That was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit ago. But I remember that time. Like it wasn't always about the appearance. It was about what you did at some point. And in some time it mattered. Like you think about it, bro. We make over $100K, but you still a person that work at the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you make over $100K. How much of a percentage of the world make over $100K? It ain't much.
Right.
But no matter what, you work at the airport.
Yeah.
Think about it, man.
Yeah. And like you said, when they hear that, they be like, oh, I ain't.
They don't even realize though. I might make double what you make.
Right.
I don't want to talk to him.
Oh, you work at the
because the
airport.
first thing they think about, oh, he a bunny pass.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you wouldn't get on the plane, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know why you even went that far. You wouldn't even get on the plane, not on me. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even look at the fact that man might really make some money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you bypass that, just the title alone, and men do it too.
Of course.
You know you notorious for it. Remember the episode with Walmart and old girl? Oh no, McDonald's. Yeah.
Was it McDonald's?
What up? What up? You know what I'm saying? And you automatically was like, no. You know what I'm saying? But now realize she might be the manager of the joint.
Right.
She might make 70, 80K. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes the title of the job throws us off, man.
Yeah.
If I'm in New York City and I say I'm a garbage man, I'm one of the most powerful people in the city.
Yep.
But if you out of town and you tell somebody, I'm in New York, or what you do? I'm a garbage man. Only thing they see is the fact that you're a garbage
Picking
man.
up trash. I know he's starting at 1/5.
Come on, man. What you see? Everybody was trying to go work at the dock when they found out how much them brothers made.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I got to get a job at the dock. You barely got this job, brother.
And you ain't built for the dock.
Come on, man. Like, we got to get out of that. Like, you know, so I know brothers, a girl could say, man, I'm a nail tech. He be like, nah, she got a hobby. And I'd be like, hold on, man. Like, she can own a business with that.
Right. She can have her
she
own.
a nail tech, bro. My sister was a nail tech in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Like, I know brothers on that level. You know what I'm saying? So it just a matter of how mature you are mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to do something a little different.
Yeah.
You know something? Yeah.
Yeah, Esquire magazine?
Yeah.
We ain't
I'm
even
going to
in
get
there.
to it. So,
We even in there?
yeah, we in here.
Okay. go
So
ahead.
be cool. I'm going to need you to be cool.
Do your
Sometimes
thing.
you got to go in there and read. You can't just look at the pictures.
I'm not looking at Esquire magazine anyway.
Well, it's a men's magazine. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, you know, when you order some stuff,
Okay.
they start sending you free magazines.
Right.
So boom, they hit me. The first one they sent me was with Denzel on the front. So that's why I was like, okay, let me read
Okay,
through
got
this.
Zell on the
So
front.
now I go through. I'm getting them. So I get this one, and boom,
Okay.
it's a nice little article in here. And what we gonna do is we gonna go over some of the stuff in here because it was like 25 things we've learned so far in the 21st
I
century.
see you been highlighting.
Hey, I do my job.
Okay.
I be working.
Let's go, bro.
Okay.
Let's go.
And first off, I want to give credit to the guy, the editor.
The man know you.
I gotta give him credit. I ain't finna just use his stuff and not give him credit. Dave Holmes. Dave Holmes. This article. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna read through them and we're gonna throw them on the table and talk about it.
All right.
All right. Number one. Everyone will sell out, and the ones who don't will be considered suckers. Sacrificing principles for money was profane in the 90s. Now sacrificing money for principles is cringe. In the 21st century, you seek fame, then money, and maybe if it's lucrative, you adopt a code of ethics. The whole point of life right now is selling out.
You about to read all 25?
No.
Oh, I was about
You
to
are.
say.
Nah.
Okay, back to what you asked. Being true to yourself will always win over anything. People that I understand the people that sell out for the bread, money rules them. You know what I'm saying? So they did what they should do in that situation. If money rules you, you're gonna do whatever for the dollar.
Like Timothy.
I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think you always be righteous to who you are. and whatever it take you, that's where you was meant to be.
I always look at that in the sense of when is enough enough?
As
When,
far as what?
it's like people being rich and wanting to create new ways to make money. Say you're a billionaire. Why keep going?
The chase. You done had sex with how many women? Not putting you, but you still keep going. Not because you feel like, you know what I'm saying, oh, I done had enough, I could just settle down. Or not even that. Sometimes you just be like, yo, I just want to see if I can hit this one too. It's all about the chase. Same with money.
Okay.
Think about it. You could have had sex at one time and been like, oh, this what it's like? Because you could have figured that's what it was the same for all of them and could have just maintained that one
Stayed right
person
there.
stayed there. But you
I
was
didn't,
like,
I didn't come the first time, so I wasn't. I didn't
excuse
know.
me, but I don't want to get it all out. But you kept going. You know what I'm saying? You was like, yo,
right.
then you was like, I'm gonna see what this one hit like. I want to see what that one hit like.
So you say it's the chase.
It's the chase. Sometimes, brothers,
I
men
think
and
it's
women want to
greed,
see if they
man.
still got it. Is that greed?
When it come to money,
Same with sex. It's greed. You can't hit them all, dog.
no, you ain't got to hit them all. But when you find one that you can continuously hit, is that
Maybe he ain't got to the point of money where he feel like he's straight or she feel like she's straight.
okay? Moving on.
I mean, you got to imagine having all this money, bro, and you just sitting at home. Like, what are you gonna do with yourself? If you was a millionaire, like you was a billionaire, what are you gonna do with yourself?
I'm gonna find ways to. Me personally, I'm
Yeah.
giving it away. I'm doing something, helping the community.
Right.
I'm putting it back out.
But how much you gonna give away? How much you gonna help? Eventually, you gotta do something for self. What makes you happy? And I feel
Yeah.
like the people that's still, you know, billionaires and they still trying to get money, that's what makes them happy.
Okay.
It's the completion of something. I say that. So they keep going. I ain't mad at that. Keep going. Do something. Eventually, you either doing that or you get caught at the freak party.
At the freak house.
So I mean, you gotta do something, man.
Oh my god.
Think about people you know that's well off, man, but they still look at some of the entertainers, man.
Yeah.
They still going.
And that's they love. That's what they love to do.
Maybe it's
Not saying-
maybe they goal driven to be like, I just want to see how much money I can make. It ain't even about they got money in the bank or they got it invested. They just want to see how much money they can make. I ain't mad at that. Keep going.
All right. Yeah, that's all right. The other one, bringing the world together will turn out to be a terrible idea. Social media will break down borders, revolutionize the way we interact, radically transform our relationship with lunch. Twitter will initially prove to be a reliable way to track down the good food trucks in our area and share pictures of meals we have purchased from them. Almost immediately, it will facilitate anti-government uprisings throughout the Arab world. Then it would allow women to name and shame their abusers, and then a moron would buy it and streamline it down to just racism. Now social media is a toilet, which is kind of unfair to toilets because the contents of even the most poorly maintained toilet were once nourishment.
Social media goes against everything we was taught. And what I mean by that, what I'm saying, not talk to strangers. Social media brings strangers together. Social media lets you get the opinion of somebody all across the world, and some of that stuff you keep, some of it you don't. We all do it. Let's not act like we ain't took nothing from social media and put it in our personal. For next time somebody get out of pocket, you be like, oh, I'm about to bang on with this one, but you got it off social media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who you are as a person. Social media didn't make me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it molded you in some kind of way?
Social media just
Kinda influenced you.
It influenced me to find out more about who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I found that, you know, it's people like me and it's people not like me, and they both got great opinions. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is, you know, I'd be like, you know what, I ain't never looked at it like that. Somebody be like, get the F out of here with that. You know, it all depends. Like, we can blame social media all day. If you don't work on you, that's your fault. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't.
Yeah, social media is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And social media has brought everybody together, good, bad, and different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go get a recipe from Mary Ann. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean, you know what I'm saying, I love Marianne, or that's my girl. She made a good salad. You know what I'm saying? She made a good pie, whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think social media divide us. We just in a state of mind where, like with me, is I love me. I love us as black people. So that's what I put my energy towards. You know, that we are the world thing has never been me. I never subscribed to that.
Yeah,
and I ain't
you've said
changed in
that
these
plenty of
years.
times.
You know what I'm
You've said
saying?
that plenty
So
of times.
I don't feel like social media made me who I am. I feel my life experience made me who I am. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that.
Social media to me is a double-edged sword. Definitely is. And also, I think it depends on what platform you're on. Also, so I'm not on Twitter. I was never on Twitter or X, and I hear on there it's a lot more because you just post what you're saying, or everyday people putting
There's no repercussions
they get
for
up.
what you're saying.
Yeah, and so it get real dangerous out there. I'm just on Facebook and Instagram, so that's more so the people I know, or of course I'm gonna see some stuff with people I don't know, but I'm not really out there with the rest of the world when it comes to cause most people that tweet and all this on TV and things of that nature, actors and actresses, a lot of them put more energy into Twitter, and so I've always heard the things on there. So, but social media has definitely done great things. It's held people accountable more so than was happening before social media with videos and things of that nature, and being able to spread a word that normally would be drowned out by the powers that be. Social media has created a space for people to speak their mind without any kind of
And the repercussions.
repercussions. So I think and some of it has helped people find people that they didn't know were related, or you just ain't talk to people. So that, to me, it's a double-edged sword, and it definitely is how you use it.
Yo, there's people out here with best friends they ain't never met in person, but they talk to them. They talk to them on social media every day.
It's definitely how you use it.
So I mean, it's about how you use it, how much energy you put into it, and man, make you. You know what I'm saying? And let people deal with that.
Okay. This one is kind of talking about that. Even the hottest movie stars will have to have podcasts. In the 20th century, it's considered a downgrade for a film actor to work in television. Cable and streaming will bust the taboo in the 2000s, but by 2025, after their television series ends, they have to do a rewatch podcast. Even on the super famous The Ground Will Never End.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Podcasts are for famous people, and the rest of us just got on board. And the reason I say that is because nobody respects the person they don't know.
Do you think it could be earned though? Because I've seen some that I'm like, okay, I can respect that, and I like what they're doing consistently.
You have to really be consistent, and you have to have a team for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And people that believe in what your goal is, because they might not be on camera, but they part of the process. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of sacrifice for people that's not known by anybody. It's a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? It's separate. It makes people closer. It's separate. It breaks up friendships.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For famous people, it's easy. It's an easy way to make $1 because all they got to do is show up, talk about whatever, and they go on. So I do believe that. Like once you finish with your big screen career, you can go get a podcast and get to the $1. Mm-hmm. I think the rest of us just. Some of us just got an opinion, and people listen to us for some reason. Yeah. Some of us don't care. They just got some equipment, microphones. They went on there and just did their thing.
And the way that, you can get paid from it now.
Yeah, I mean, kids showed us the way to make money from 2020. It's probably
even before that.
Yeah, kids showed us how the youth. I'm gonna say not kids. The youth showed us how making money in the future can be, and us old heads, as they call us, we catching on, and We doing our thing. So I mean, yeah, that's true. I think once you get off big screen, if you still want to make a couple dollars being in front of people, you might have to get a podcast.
I agree with it. And I don't have a problem with it. Like you said, people are gonna.
How did that have to? You said talk about us. What was we talking about today?
I mean, it was podcast.
Oh, okay. I was like,
not us, but podcast. But yeah, I'm all right with it. And a lot of times, you hear the stories that would never come out again.
Yeah,
the behind the scenes stuff. So you kind of get the backstory of how this movie was made. Like I just found out one of my favorite movies as a kid, Popeye, that was one of they were smoking so much coke.
You said Popeye?
Popeye, the live action.
Robert Williams?
Robin Williams.
That's one of your favorite movies?
As a kid, yeah. I liked the movie.
Says a lot.
Yeah.
Continue on. Continue on. Continue on.
But I found out that this was one of the highest movies. Well, one of the movies they said had the most coke in history. It was shot out it was overseas somewhere.
Right.
But they was smuggling coke in the film cans.
Yeah.
In the walkie-talkies. The guy said he went in.
Allegedly. I don't know who's still out here Sean snitching.
No. I saw this on the podcast.
I ain't no snitch. I don't know what they did. Allegedly.
They said they was so high the whole time.
Yeah.
They said they was high off of that cocaine the whole time. But I found that out on the podcast. Just interesting stuff.
So you the same age as me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Popeye is your...
one of my favorite, Popeye. Live action Popeye was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Yeah.
Okay.
What,
move on.
You don't have nothing...
I forgot the question.
You don't have nothing comparable to that? Not even a question, my Popeye. I mean, you don't have nothing...
I mean, growing up, I just wasn't Popeye. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what it was for me, though? It was Tap. Yeah, it was Tap, bro.
Gregory Hines.
Yeah, it was Tap.
Okay.
Right. That was my joint. You know
I thought you was gonna say like Flash Gordon or something.
Nah,
like
it was Tap, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we're gonna move on.
You gonna hate on my Tap? Yeah.
No, I'm not hating on your Tap. We're just gonna move on.
Whatever. Let's move on. Let's keep going. You know what I'm saying?
This is another one I think we can relate to. Our travel will become cheaper, but inhumane. And many of us will respond by becoming animals. More people than ever would just wear regular sweatpants or worse, pajamas, to the airport and lie on the ground like it's been a rough morning at daycare.
Airport travel is what it is, man. Till tickets go back up to where people can barely afford them, this is what you're going to get. So don't be mad at what you see. I don't care.
I think I've grown numb to it. But when I first saw some folks laying on the ground,
they've been doing that though. That's before. That's been going on 20 some years. People doing
even when I first saw it,
I just was like, damn, you been all night.
I'm like, no side.
Yeah, it been all night.
But now with the, like you said, the pajamas and and all this. I mean,
that part need to be rules and regulated. I ain't gonna lie. If they're not gonna do it, this is what you're gonna get. So I mean,
you can't fly with
us today. Once you pay the ticket, the airline don't care no more. They got what they wanted.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. So it is what it is on that.
All right, I think I'm gonna do.
You close your Esquire now.
We're gonna do one more.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The world will sometimes make you feel like it's conspiring to make you lose hope. The rules and values you were raised will turn out to have been suggestions. You'll feel betrayed and disillusioned. You'll want to give up and get bitter, but you won't. You'll get up every day and face it and try to keep your side of the street clean. You'll dig deep for the strength and hope and optimism, and there will be more of it than you could even imagine. You survive. It will be no less than what. Okay, I ain't saying that last one because I don't believe in that. But yeah, that's it.
You're not gonna say it, but the people might want to hear it, but you're not gonna say it because you don't believe it?
I don't like. Okay, you'll survive. It will be no less than what Pink demands of you. The artist Pink. You really wanted me to say that?
I mean, the people might have wanted to hear it.
Oh my God. Okay, speak.
Suggestions. I mean, I do agree with that. It was all suggestions because some of it you don't even believe in now. Everything you got was inherited as far as when you were younger and your mental thoughts. So that came from your parents, older people, your friends, if you believe in them that much. You know what I'm saying? So it was all a suggestion because you have to actually grow and make your own choices.
Do you think those became morals for you though?
Some of them became, what was he thinking? What was she thinking? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I agree with that. You know, like they say, we got to unlearn some things to move forward. You know what I'm saying? We grew up where, you know, whooping kids, let's just use whooping kids. That was the law. It was accepted because that's all we knew. But then you might have grew up and been like, I ain't gonna hit my kids. I didn't like it, so I ain't gonna put my kids through that. It's just all about the choices, the changes you make as you get older. So I agree with that.
Suggestion. I look at it as
suggestions. Good word.
I look at it as I thought that one was interesting, and what I took from it was I think that from what you even the whipping you was talking about, I think some things when you take them away, and then we talk about what should be in place, they're now just taking as suggestions. Like I just had a conversation the other day. Josh, shout out Josh, was telling me that she was reading a thread, and the lady said on there, she was 51, 52. She said, any kid that calls me by my first name without saying miss in front of it, I'm ignoring them.
I remember when Sis spoke on that too. That's tricky. Because some parents tell you to call them their first name.
In that case,
I'm just saying, like, I didn't know my mother's first name. I didn't know my mother's name, dog. So I might have been 3. I might have been. I don't know what. I think I might have been. I definitely was in school. I never knew her name.
What?
Because it was mine.
Right. Of course.
I didn't really hear nobody call her nothing. I wasn't around nobody.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess when I seen her, when I could read, started learning how to read, and I could read it, I found out what her name was. I'm pretty sure we all was like that. You just might not remember. You ain't come out the womb knowing that was Frank Frizzle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but, I mean, our family was real tight, so when we would go to the card parties and stuff like that.
See, it wasn't the kids around card parties.
Yeah,
my parents didn't play cards. They wasn't into that.
Oh no, my folks was.
Yeah, they ain't. They wasn't no card playing
all the time. Nah. So we would hear them talking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, but I today can't call my daddy by his first. I won't call him or my mom by their first name.
I mean, I play with my mom every now and then. She don't do nothing but answer me at this point. She think I'm crazy, so she don't do nothing but answer me. I address a lot of people by Miss and Mrs. Mister. That's just I address women like that. Me and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I run across your pops, he told me to call him Frank. That's what I call him. Out of
respect,
yeah, that's what I call him. So it all depends on what you say. My kids' friends, I didn't tell them to call me nothing. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
Like when they were like, "Well, this so-and-so, how you doing?" I probably didn't give them my name. You know what I'm saying? But if they needed something, you know what they would say? If they was there for my son, they'd be like, Amir's dad or Kanisha's dad. Like, that's how they would address me.
Right.
And I would be cool with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't looking for no.
So think about it from a teacher's perspective.
I mean, Miss Crabtree.
Miss.
Yeah, I mean, but you're introduced to her like that. You're not introduced to her no other way. Mr. and Mr. whatever the teacher name is. So that shouldn't even be an issue. You're introduced to them like that.
Right.
They don't. I'm pretty sure they might tell you their first name, but I'm Mr. Ralph Hall, but you can call me Mr. Hall. Like, that's how they're introduced to you. So they shouldn't even be none of that at school.
Shouldn't be. But I am quite sure it's rampant.
If it is, the teacher allowed it. I'm not putting that on the kids. The teacher allowed it because they answered them. They answered them.
Right. So going back to the point that she was saying, she said she'll ignore anybody that call any kid.
I'm not gonna ignore them. I'm just gonna say you can't put a handle on my name. Like, we play with it at work now. We work with guys in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? And I play with them every now and then and be like, yo, put a handle on my name. They don't even know what that is.
They don't even know what that is. I was going to say they don't even know what that is.
I be like, I'm old enough. Our age is so far apart that you should call me Mr. and missus Some of them be like, you know what, you right, but it sounds weird when they do it. So I be like, yo, I was playing.
Yeah, don't do
Like,
that.
don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I got a last name. If you can call me my first name. It don't. I'm not that pressed over that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even with kids, I guess with me is, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm an adult. I pay bills like one. You know what I'm saying? I deal with issues like one. So my validation ain't caught up in what a kid might call me. I'm just not that pressed for it.
It hit different though, cause I had one of my niece's friends. They heard me. Uncle Sean. They called me Uncle Sean, but one of them Sean. It hit me wrong, and I was like, I looked at him like, who are you talking to? They hit me one time too with the bruh. Who you talking to? My niece hit me with that.
I mean, you got men calling women bruh. Y'all caught up in that bruh
Bruh.
stuff so much. I be thinking half of y'all different.
I had to get on it with that. Don't you ever call me that again.
I mean,
You know, and it's not a thing of. I think for me, it's just a sign of
you know what?
respecting the age.
If this how I treat it at work. Young brothers call me Unc and things like that. If that a bridge a gap between us, I can eat that.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Just and
OG,
even in the
I get
world,
all
like
that.
like if it bridge a gap to where we can have a relationship, I take that title. I ain't tripping over that because you could be calling me worse. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna allow, like, if a and it's I'll be lying, this man. That's a lady thing. I don't know too many get caught up in that, but if they say auntie, then yeah, baby. Should she have called you Mrs. Auntie?
Nah, auntie that's a
I'm just saying, like,
that's a nice standard. Auntie, that's a nice standard.
you know, auntie mean yo, period. It mean yo, unc mean yo. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm okay with it.
if I could be like, I don't know, man. As long as you ain't disrespecting me, I don't get caught up in that. That's just me. I don't get caught up in that kind of stuff. Especially at work, we co-workers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
work
saying?
is different. Yeah.
Nah, but if you know my name, if a little kid come up on my stoop and be like, "Hey, Ralph," I might just be like, "Huh?"
Because stoop, where you live at?
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have stoops in.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just remember growing up when I don't remember calling parents nothing but whatever their last name was.
Yeah, it was all
You know what I'm
adults. It was Mr. or Mrs.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to think about it. The generations have changed. My mother is.
Let me ask you this: your uncles and your aunts, did you just call them by their name or?
I mean, it's always Aunt Deb.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Uncle Melvin. But my uncle is Butch. It ain't Uncle Butch. It's Butch. Like, that's just what it is. He gonna say, huh?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on what the individual allows.
Right.
You want to ignore a kid. I hope they ain't telling you your kid laying out somewhere and you caught up in the name. Oh, man. You got to put perspective on this stuff, man. Like,
I got you.
if you can at least tell a kid, you can turn around and be like, okay, could you please, call me blah, 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 and go from there. I ain't ignoring no kid.
So address it different.
Just address it. You a sucker for not addressing it.
Yeah, I got you. In that case, yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who the adult here? Address it. Handle business.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna lead us into the last little conversation piece. Like we were just talking specifically about how men handle things. Where is the line drawn for men's vulnerability versus being, I guess, say weak or oversensitive? Let's say that. In a sense of, it's still Men's Mental Health Month. And say a guy goes and he gets professional help for himself, and he's using these tools now. And when he begins to use these tools, it's being thrown back in his face.
Like he's sassy and all that.
Yeah. Where is that line?
Tell him to pick a new group of friends. I ain't got time to be.
I just start over.
Yeah, man, I ain't got
Start
time for
over.
it, bro. Like, I didn't. You know, the worst thing that could have happened to women, that men listened to him, and they told him go get help. You need to go see somebody. So he did, and now this man that came out in this world, he's healed, but now he got a real opinion, and he's voicing it. Now he could become sassy. Nah. Now he telling you the real truth, and you don't want to hear it. And the same with men. You told her to get over it, so she found out a way to get over it, and now she coming back all steam ahead. And now you sitting here with your lip poked out, or you might be disrespectful to her because she's telling you the truth. Don't ask people to go do stuff, and then they do it, and then they come back. You want to call them out their name.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to men, when men go seek help and they come back different, and even things they're attracted to are different. I noticed that within myself. Like, when I started going to therapy, and I'm not saying I would never get on this show and disrespect my child's mother, my children's mother. But as I went through therapy, I understood that with the changes that came about, we wasn't meant to be, based on the fact that the things we grew apart. That I could literally say we grew apart. We were two different people. So I think when some men go to therapy, they come out of that therapy and they really different. Like, they really be like, I don't even like that kind of woman no more. Like, I ain't even the dude. They may be like, I don't even want to be associated with them kind of men no more, just based on what they went through in therapy. So I mean, if you go into therapy and change, I expect you to come out different.
That's Damien out there.
We got Mr. Reese out here doing his job. He is one of the best.
One of the best. You need that grass
landscaping guys we know.
All of that.
And he, what I can see, he hell on that grill, unlike Robert Williams, size 7 shoe. Can you really get food from a grown man with a size 7 shoe?
He had you, Rob.
I'm just saying. But I'm gonna mind my business. Rob handle his business in the trucking. He do he do trucking.
Damien do.
No, hold on.
Talking about?
Rob do trucking. He got AC, HVAC.
He got some houses.
He got an OnlyFans. You know, he got a midget show going, cartoon going. He got a lot of stuff going. That's my dog, though.
Shout out, Rob, man. We got to catch up anyway, brother.
Yeah. But that's Dame Reese outside right now, getting that grass tight.
Getting it proper.
You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna crack an egg in it or something in the spots that Sean got. But this egg will help you out here, dog. But
he gonna record it too.
Oh, you better believe it. He gonna handle his business. Shout out to the homie Dame Reese.
Yes, indeed.
But I think back to what we was talking about, men that got that help, they better men, and I think they realize it. So it ain't nothing to them now to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care how you feel. They be like, she mad. I told the truth.
And it's intimidating to a lot of people that don't want to accept the change.
Men and women though. Like you talk to one of your homeboys and say something, he'd be like, "Oh, you into that?"
Yeah,
no,
it's on both sides. Like I'm past this now. Right. I'm over this. I don't move like that no more.
Get that help, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I think the men that come out of counseling, they have a real better outlook on who they are, and they become more comfortable with who they are, and they talk in that manner. And a lot of people, you either gonna be their friends or be lovers or whatever, or you're not. But they gonna make that decision. They ain't gonna leave it up to you.
And I think also a lot of people, not just men, when they go, they don't give everything. It's still hard for people to open themselves up when they go.
At the beginning.
And for it to work properly, you have to go in there and be very transparent.
You do.
You have to be very transparent.
But I'm gonna be honest, man. The world is spooky when you got a lot of skeletons in your closet. I'm just gonna be honest about that. I can say that for self. Like it's a spooky place when you got a lot of skeletons.
Self-imposed, you think?
I mean, yeah. I ain't say I was perfect.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying.
You create these own.
I mean, we all got skeletons, and some of us will admit we got them, and some of us won't.
Right.
Some of us will act like it ain't never, like they always been who they are today. This well-grounded being. I refuse to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I was very unhinged at one point, and I ain't saying I got both feet planted now.
Right.
They just better. You know what I'm saying? So When that closet, hey man, you better put a padlock on that door if you don't want some skeletons to come out. I'm telling you. Yo, I'm telling you.
Put some fire to them hoes.
I mean,
light them hoes on fire.
You could bury whatever. You can say I'm taking it to my grave, but you ain't never got it out your mind, so it's right there anyway. So,
Yes, indeed.
you know,
I ain't got nothing else, brother. What you got?
I got a bed waiting on me, dog. I'm working on 2 hours sleep.
Who fault is that?
It's self-imposed.
All right.
I enjoyed what I was doing while I was up.
Okay.
And now I got time to go get that rest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm going to get it.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. I'll probably catch me a nice little delicious nap. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, I ain't got
Naps are delicious. It's
All
one
right.
of God's gifts.
Okay.
When you get over 40, you'll appreciate them as well.
A delicious nap.
A delicious nap. Yes.
I'm saying.
Yes. So, again, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And
cut the music. Cut the
What-
music.
what-
Cut
what
the
you
music.
got,
Cut the
man?
music.
Come
Cut
on,
the
you
music. Okay, check this out. We got a Discord page. And this week, the Discord page.
What?
The page took a little detour. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the homies who went through that. I didn't see it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't either.
So I couldn't I couldn't address it. Hey man, just make sure you understand or you just know what you posted in our groups, man, because a lot of us know each other personally. You dig? So you got to be careful what you probably. I had homies rolling up on me like, "Hey, dog, I don't know what happened, but I said, yo, Sean gave me wind of it. I never seen it.
That's
Obviously,
how I got wind of it.
Shout out to the homie who recognized this issue.
Rance, appreciate you, Brad. Okay? Appreciate you. He came and found me. You just the guy I need to see. I said, what's up? You didn't see. I said, no. He pulled it up. I said, oh, my God. I said, all I got was a notification that
Yeah.
they pulled it down. So I didn't see that. So I hit around. I said, did you? He said,
Yeah.
no, I got the notification too.
Yo, the Discord page is freelance. I get it.
Hey,
Let's be a little careful with that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I
You
believe
made
that
me
way.
cut the music for that. Well, I guess.
I'm just saying, let's be a little careful in that. My eyes are sensitive to a lot of things, and that's definitely one of them. Shout out to the homie who recognized the mistake. He corrected it. Let's move on. But I had to address it because I don't know who done left the Discord page because of that. They might have been like, yo, this page ain't for me. They tripping.
Oh, this Atlanta.
This real Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, no, we got all that in order.
Straight.
Whoever left the page, come on back. You know what I'm saying? And let's at least we able to laugh. Like I said, Rez probably Rez had never hit an attachment again in his life.
He deleted it as
Yeah.
soon as he showed me. I said, he said, I'm taking this off right now.
Yeah, my boy probably he definitely got PTSD right now.
Right.
Shout out to the homie though.
Oh, man.
Appreciate everybody and everything.
Hey, man, y'all be easier.
Yo, hold it in the road and make sure you do what you're supposed to do.